Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahab, Wakakadash, and double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and also to the bishops and elders in Connecticut, and to the brothers that's out there putting their lives online, teaching this truth. And this y'all Demar from the Great Millstone Houston camp. And I'm going to do a little lesson going into the beloved Apostle Gabar did a video the other day, going into, women basically calling, you know, they men back then Lord, okay? And yeah, and it's gonna go back to that, you know, maybe even before we get in the kingdom too, because things gonna get bad out here, you know. And you women out there, you're gonna need your man of the Lord, okay? I know they don't want to hear it, but it's just, it is what it is, it's just the truth. But I'm gonna read it in the Google AI overview AI, right? And then I put, so why did women call their men Lord? And it reads, women historically call their men Lord, as Sarah did to Abraham in Genesis, primarily to demonstrate deep respect, honor, and willing submission to their husband's headship. Okay? So yeah, they recognized the headship back then, who they man was, by calling them Lord. Okay? So, hey, it was a respect thing, you know? And I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna read sign of submission and respect. In 1 Peter 3 and 6, which I got queued up, Sarah is highlighted as an example of a godly woman showing reverence with Lord for Adonai in Hebrew, which is Adawam in the Hebrew, serving as an expression of personal honor and dedication. Cultural context: in ancient times, such terminology was not unusual and served as an acknowledgement of the husband's role as a protector and provider, right? And nowadays, our women, they don't look at us like that, They constantly complaining online when men gotta provide and this and that. Well, many times now that Jake ain't dealing with Eve like that no more, and I don't blame him. Okay, you got sisters out there that's trying their best to do right, and that's a good thing, right? But majority of these women out here, man, they gone. It ain't no sense even trying to get with them unless you want a headache. Let's go ahead and get and I got this here posted up. Yes, my Lord, right? Khan Adawanya. Yeah, see, in the Hebrew. See that? So hey, that's what's coming. That's gonna be happening pretty soon, right? Like I said, I know these women don't want to hear it, but hey, it is what it is. You're gonna have to get yourself with a man of the Lord pretty soon. It's gonna be too late for some of y'all, but let's go ahead and get the script. It's 1 Peter 3 and 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. So yeah, hey, Sarah called Abraham her Lord, man. Because, back then too, things was just in right order back then through the Heavenly Father, right? But now, it's gone. Shit, you think Eve gonna call her man Lord now in these days? Yeah, okay. Let's get Genesis 3 and 16, right? And it reads Genesis 3 and 16, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, right? Why? Because Eve, she went out first, She went off and listened to the serpent. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Right? See that? So that's what you women got to understand. A righteous man too, a man of the Lord, hey, he's here to rule over you, to make sure things are in order, like you going the right way, okay? It ain't about slave, you and he got you enslaved. Nah, he's really looking after your soul, okay? Honestly. So let's go to the Apocrypha now. Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach 36 and 24. And it reads, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. See that? A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. That's what how Basham Yahushua really got you women out here for, to be a helpmeet, right? For your man, to make his day better. You women make your man, you help your man out, make him better. Hey, guess what? He can have things really in order, okay? Verse 25, where no hedge is, they're the possession, the spoil. Yeah, if you women don't have no hedge, no protection there, you spoil. Somebody can get you easily, right? And that's the time we're gonna be coming into, and that's the time we are into right now. Okay. Now read it again. Where no hedge is, they're the possession, the spoil, right? And he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. Yeah, because ultimately too, like I say, men have a good level woman. Hey, his days would be cool. Okay, and like it says in the 24th verse, a pillar of rest. We don't have no pillar of rest in these days, man. For these women, man. Okay, it's just what it is. Some brothers do. Hey, that's cool. But yeah, man. So, what I'm gonna get next? Let me go. Yeah, let's get Michael. Let's get Michael right quick. Michael 7 and 9. Right? Michael 7 and 9, and it reads, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, right? You gotta bear his righteous anger, because we went off, okay? Because I have sinned, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgments for me, right? He come and stand for his elect, his men, right? He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Verse 10, then she that is my enemy, who is that? So-called black woman, Eve, or even some of these other national women, they might be treating they men, but ultimately it's going into so-called black woman, Eve, Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, right, about to scoff, right? Where is Yahweh Bashim Awashad, thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets, right? She's going to be through out here, destroyed out here, great or whatever else. You got the situation, what's going online right now with this so-called Eve, this Eve, the so-called black woman, been messing with this Edomite dude, you know what I'm saying, and found out that she came unalived, right? And they trying to say she did it, but and they just, they got into, it was a thing that the hotel people said they had a big old argument and they had separate rooms, so I don't know. I'm quite sure Esau did that. But yeah, hey, that's what it is, You women, you Eves out there trying to go to the serpent, you know, and you don't have no hedge from your men. Your men don't want you no more, like I said earlier. Okay? I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, exception to you sisters that's out there trying, okay? And let's get because ultimately, man, they don't see us, right now. Let's get it, and that's my favorite. I think it's First John. Let me see. John, the 3rd chapter. Yeah, I love this here. 1 John, the 3rd chapter. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of power, Yahweh power. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, right? Because it knew him not. Yeah, they don't see us as like the men of the Lord, man, because they don't know they don't know the Lord himself, right? They don't even know his name. So, hey, they look at us like, man, nigga, who is you? Okay? You ain't nobody. Verse 2, beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh power, and it does not yet appear what we shall be, right? But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. So when Yahweh shall come in that big old chariot, hey, we gonna be just like him. He gonna come get us, man, and hey, we gonna be changed as a twinkling of an eye, like it says in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, starting with the 50th verse. Hey, man, say, they gonna know then. They gonna know what's going on then. Verse 3, and every man that hath this hope, right, the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, in him purified himself even as he is pure. See that? So yeah, man, they look at us right now like we ain't shit, but time come. We, brothers out there keep doing what we supposed to do. Hey, when Yahweh shot crack them clouds, man, we gonna be just like him, man. Doing all kind of wonderful works, right? So yeah, it is what it is. We still in hell right now. So our women, they don't look at us as, as something precious. But if you women out there, man, you got a man of the Lord that's doing what he's supposed to do, doing right, you better hold on to that man, okay? Let's get Psalms. This might be the last one. Psalms, I believe 110 and 3. Yeah. Psalms 110, verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. Let's see. Yeah, so, let me read it again. Psalms 110 and 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauty of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. Yeah, so, hey, they're gonna be real. Hey, when we get that power, as we did as the first fruits, man, we get that power, man, that's coming to us. Hey, they're gonna be willing and trying to get down in that day. Like I always say, it's gonna be too late for some of y'all. Okay? It really is. It's gonna be too late. So, just it. I just wanted to touch on that. Some of you sisters, man. Hey, I mean, it's only to the ones that's gonna listen, take heed, and hearken. Stay with your man. Hey, you gotta recognize him too. That's your Lord. Okay? So, that's it. Hope this has been edifying and to the point. Until next time, I'm going to give all praises due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Yahweh Kakadash. Until next time, Shalom, Shalom to the elect.